Hi, thanks for joining me on Chocolate Pickney. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. Today, I'm going to be doing the beautiful butterfly braids. However, I will not be using the usual method, the usual feeding method. I'm going to be using another method. So if you have problems feeding in your own hair, this should help a lot because this is so much more easier than doing the feeding braid on your hair. What I'm going to be using for this hairstyle is a pack of expression braid. If you're going to be doing this hairstyle, I would highly recommend the pre-stretch hair. I'll also be using the crochet needle, a few rubber bands, hair accessories, a flexi rod, and also some edge control. I had previously parted the hair, and now I'm sectioning 1/3 as I'm going to be combing the other 2/3. So the first thing I'm going to do is do a natural cornrow towards the back. This will be done loosely as I'll be adding hair beneath the cornrow. So I can't do it tight because that will be painful. So it's a very loose and soft cornrow. I'm going to be repeating the same on the other side. Just a regular cornrow towards the back, and I'm doing it loosely to accommodate the extensions. Note I started on one side. I started parting on one side. However, as I moved towards the back, I ended in the middle. Now it's time to add the extension. I am going to be cutting the pack of expression braid into 2 halves. As I said before, if you're going to do this, you should use the pre-stretched hair because it will save you so much time. So I cut the braid in 2 halves because 1 half will be used for one side naturally and the other half will be used for the other side. This is what the pre-stretched hair would eliminate. It would save you a whole lot of time. So now, because I'm using the regular expression, I have to be stretching and pulling and stretching the ends to get rid of those blunt, sharp chops. Now it's time to add the extension to her natural hair. I'm going to use the crochet method. So I take a small portion of hair and loop it through her cornrow, starting at the very front of the cornrow. I'm going to repeat this step throughout the entire cornrow braid, placing them as close as possible to each other. As I move towards the back, I'll gradually add bigger pieces of hair to the cornrow. I'll repeat the step until the entire cornrow is done. I am done adding the extension to her hair, so I'm going to start my braiding. This is going to be a regular braid, however, it will be done loosely to get the butterfly effect. I am doing this very loosely, very loosely, and as I go along I pull back the hair to give it that fluff, that winged effect. As I move along, I pull back and fluff the hair in order to achieve the butterfly effect. And if this was clearer, you would have seen a 3D braid. It is so beautiful, I'm telling you. If you were any closer, you would have seen a 3D braid. So the further towards the back you go, the more you fluff and the bigger it should get. I had a little trouble detangling the hair because I did not detangle the ends each time I pulled back. So if you're doing this, you should detangle the ends of the hair each time you pull back or fluff the hair, because it does get tangled. I'm done with the first braid. However, I'm not going to plait it out all the way to the ends. I'm going to secure it with a rubber band because I'll be coming back to it. I'm moving on to the other side. I'm going to repeat the same step, looping the hair beneath the cornrows all the way from the front to the back. I have slowed down this section in order for you to see how I started the cornrow braid. What I'm going to do is take the first piece of hair that I looped through, and I'm going to section it into 3 pieces. So I took one side and section it into 2, and so I'll have 3 pieces to cornrow. I'm going to start a regular cornrow, same process. And as I go along, I add a piece of hair. This is done very loosely in order to have the butterfly effect and the 3D effect. So you're just going to add hair as you go along. If you're doing this, you're going to add hair as you go along, and you're going to pull back the hair. Remember to do it loosely. If it's done tightly, then it will not have the same 3D or butterfly effect. Now I'm going to be joining the 2 cornrows together to create one braid at the end. So I'm going to continue to plait. I removed the rubber band and I'm continuing the plait from the other side to meet this side over here. I'm going to secure it with a rubber band. If I had one of those golden strings, I would wrap it to cover the rubber band, or you could use a piece of hair to make it a little cuter. But that's what I did. I joined both of them, and now I'm detangling, and I'm about to do one juicy 4-strand braid. I didn't plait all the way down to the end. I stopped about 10 inches above the end, added a rubber band, because I'm going to curl the end with the flexi rod. This will add a little extra cuteness to the hairstyle. So now I'm adding 2 flexi rods to the hair, after which I'll dip them in some hot water. to create the curl. Hi, darling. Look at her face. Okay, I'm gonna be using the girl snot. I don't usually use edge control because I remember using edge control and it went with my edges. So I don't usually use edge control. However, I'm trying the girl snot because Marissa has curly edges and I need to sleek them in and make them look sleek and cute and nice. So I'm using the girl snot on her hairline as well as at the top of her head to smooth down the flyaways. And then, as you can see, I'm still fluffing, I'm still creating my 3D and my butterfly effect. As mentioned before, I'm adding the hair to the hot water to make the twirly whirly princess curls. And now I'm going to do the exciting part, which is adding the golden accessories to her hair. If I could have changed something about this hairstyle, I would have done the braid closer to the hairline and closer towards her ear. Actually, the one on the left side, I would have done it closer to her ear. So as you can see, I am overdoing it with the accessories. I love them. They just add a whole lot of sparks to the hair and I don't mind it. I really don't mind it. So I removed the flexi rod and got some juicy spiral curls and I love them. This is the end product of the hairstyle. It is very nice, very beautiful. So many berries in this hairstyle. I love it. It is princessy, if that's a word, and I think she loved it too. If you like this hairstyle, please give it a thumbs up. And once again, thanks for stopping by. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to Chocolate Pickney and tick the bell so you can hear a whole lot of dingling when I post. Thanks again.